Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny e-commerce SwiftUI inside. Today we need to see this here the payment methods list. We need to develop here. Let's start how to create inside the SwiftUI. First of all, we need to make this UI. We need to see inside here the Figma and we need to show here. Look like this UI. Need to developing today here. Let created here. First of all, we need to make back inside here the new files. From templates need to select here these options, and then after need to select this here the user interface shift UI view, click on next buttons, and to give this here the name payment method screen, like here the creates. Now you need to set here the z stacks, use this here the navigation hide, need to use here for these controllers, apply here. Now we need to copy here the app bar split to needs here, check out this screen, use this here with this scroll view. Need to need this all value. Scroll you close, we stack no close, and spacings need to set here the environment variable, present modes, and we need to bind here. Binding, bind, binding present modes. Like we need to setting here. First we need to integrate it here. We need to put it here. Now we need to change this here the titles. Payment method. Methods like here. And we need to set here the background color. Background color BG UC. Apply here this background BG colors. We need to set it here. Now scroll you inside. You need to make here the hashtag. Set here the text. And we need to set here the titles as your card. Payment. Motor. Cards. Like here. Set here the fonts. We need to use this here. Semi bold. 24. Little bit big. So need to use here 18 is good. And max left. Horizontals 20 and verticals need to set here the 15s. Like this need to set here the space. Need to calling like this here the data and set it this years. Now then after so need to make here the plus buttons for this portions. We need to making here already making inside here the shipping address screens. We need to copy and paste here. We need to use this one here, this entire code, and we need to paste here the outside of this here we stack like here, and remove here selected and show like this here the buttons. Now we need to make here the for each loops. We need to developing here, and we need to set it here lazy we stack and for each loops indexed value here. Need to give this here the id dot self use here and indexed like this. You need to set here. So need to set here only show here the two cards of this payment methods view. You need to show here. Now need to cut this one here. This data, this parenthesis, you need to close here and set it here. Now we need to make first of all here the v stack and we need to make here the hashtag, and we need to put here the button action labels like here's, and we need to set here the buttons inside. Need to need here the image names, and use here the checkbox. We need to go inside here the shopping row, and we need to copy this ones here the on check events. This ones we need to paste here. Remove these ones, and also need to by default need to set here the true. Show like here, and we need to set here the padding of this here entire padding h20 padding need to given these years. Also need to set here the spacings between here this. Need to use this here the 20, and look like this here the show. Now need to set here the titles. Need to change default payment methods like here. Then after this switch stack inside, need to use this here the z stack. First of all need to put here like here, and make here the image system name like here's. Use this here the name as a card. Set here the resizables scale to fit, and we need to set here the frame. Set here the width, infinity. Remove here like this, and remove here alignment. Look like this here the show. Then after you need to make here showing here the card information. Need to set here the wish text entire here. Set here the text, and we need to set this here's asterisk 1 2 3 4. Set here the font. So use this here the custom font, and we need to set here the regulars, and font size need to 24. So need to use here, and set here the max left, max center, not left, and look like this show. And foreground styles also need to set here the foreground style color dot white text. Need to set here. Show like this here for this card amounts, and maybe you need to set here the max left is good, not like here. Show here for this data, and increase this here the padding. Need to set here dot horizontal. Set here the 20. Maybe you need to need here the 40. Now display good here. Maybe increase this here the space. Show like this here the card amounts. Increase more one, and look like this show. Then after we need to make here the another switch text. We need to developing here the horizontal stack like here, and we need to make here the inside the v stack. Make here the text again. We need to copy here the max left 2 times, and we need to set here these titles as a card holder name property, and we need to set here the name CodeForAny. And we need to set like this here. We need to send here the ports. We need to regular 11s and need to use this here the R11s. This is the shortcuts we need to create use here. And we need to use this here the semi bold 14 font to check here. Go definitions for the semi bold. We need to use here the 16. Yes, this one is good as 16s. And look like this showing here. And also make sure here set here the padding top. We need to set here the 20 and look like this here the showing here and waiting here and similar to UI. And we need to increase this here is top 15, so need to set here the space and look like this show similar to UI. Use this here 25. Use here 30. Now display code here. Again, so need to copy, paste this here. Now need to show here the expiry date. And I'll need to put this here. Look like this showing here the expiry dates. Now wait here the loading for the screens and show like this data here. And now need to make showing here the card UI. Use here the image name resizables scale to fit and set here the prem, set here the width as a 40 and show here. Now need to set here the card, maybe master card, so need to use here master. Need to go inside here the sets and we need to use here master card. And similar to UI, we need to making here the duns for this data. Need to put it here and set it this here. Need to removing here this max left and max left, no need now. Need to clean here. So like this here for this data. And now we need to convert into the command row. We need to make here handouts here this is text. Cut here this entire data and make create here the new template from files. And we need to give this here SwiftUI view. Use this here the row, card row, paste here, and need to go inside here the add. Need to use this here on press and select events. Need to given this here same event. We need to providing here on press. Need to write down here the this set stack on tab gestures, and we need to call here the press event and is select and check marks and uncomment this line of codes. Show like this here for this data. Now use this card row inside our the view here and we need to give this here the select. Need to check here the indexed equal to 0 means here the selected and need to call here on check change and check press like here like this sets here. Now we have like here for the on check press. Now this one's here, and also need to make here one more things on press event, and like this sets here for entire codes. This is are the making here this UI, Swift UI inside. You need to like this codes, you need to write down here. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down inside the comment section. So I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.